Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today it's a long overdue video on my Noble M12 GTO3R. Unfortunately, not quite the video I was intending to make. I've owned the car now for well over a year, and I was intending to do a video about how I find the car after a year, that year of ownership, and whether I still love it as much as I did when I first got it. Because for me at least, it's a car that takes quite a long time to get to know well. Unfortunately, however, events have overtaken me. I've had a fairly major catastrophe with the Noble. It's going to be off the road for a few months. I'll be doing a video on that very soon, probably in the next week or so. But I was partway through making the video about my first year, how I find it, driving experience, etc. And I thought I'd put out what I did so far. And it's really only one aspect of what I was intending to do. It's me driving one of my favourite roads and giving you my thoughts on the driving experience. But I thought I'd put the video out there, even though it's partially complete, and hopefully in a few months this will be back on the road and I'll be able to complete that video. Starting off on these slightly faster A roads, and we're going to turn off onto a much twistier B road. Actually, it's roads I've not driven in the Noble before. I usually drive them in my GBS. Taking it extremely gently today, nowhere near the limit of the car obviously. You just can't do that on a public road. But not only is it potholed, etc., there's a few blind summits, and if you're not careful you can actually get air over them. Obviously with the Noble, with its lack of stability control, lack of ABS, the unweighting over those bumps is quite dodgy, so I'm being extra careful. First time, although I know this road reasonably well, first time I've driven it in my Noble, and it's a different kettle of fish. The GBS, I can chuck around these corners without so much care, obviously nowhere near so much power, no driver aids either, but yeah, it just doesn't bite you in quite the same way as this could. You know, the GBS is much more predictable and less snappy on the limit, so as I say, I'm not a great driver, so I am taking it pretty easy, but just so much fun, so engaging. When it comes on boost, it's pretty quick. I mean, I'm probably using 60 to 70% of throttle on roads like this. You know, you need to be going pretty straight, full throttle, but also, you know, there's a limit to how fast you can go on these roads, obviously. Yeah, lovely road though this. I was worried it might not be the best for the Noble, but it's pretty good. It feels really special when you're driving it, I have to say. Oh, that road is terrible. Chance for pretty much full throttle there. It sounds good. I mean, I said it before in my review video, for me a slight disappointment is the engine note. It doesn't sound exotic. This has been made quieter so it can get on track, which is a factor as well. Great turbo noises, and the engine sounds good. You know, you're often up in the higher reaches of the red limit with this car, although it's really boosty mid-range, you've got plenty of torque. I like to rev it out. This is a very linear map, so it's fun to rev it because it pulls all the way to the top. And it sounds good, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't sound exotic or as good as many other cars. It's a famous biker road, this actually, just getting a thumbs up from the biker there. Those unsighted crests are quite nerve-wracking, I have to say. go, calm it down again. Probably by the grin on my face you can tell it is still a car I love. So it's the handling, the feel, the engagement, but the excitement as well. You know, if I have a car like this, why have I got it? It's for excitement. And that's a huge part of it for me. And this is really exciting. In the power delivery, you know, it's awesome. You have to hang on and concentrate in this car, and that again is part of it for me. Obviously the lack of driver aids adds to that slightly scary feeling. It's like theatre, it really is, this car, and of course in looks as well. So, you know, I'm out fairly early morning on a Sunday, so I haven't seen that many people, which is good, but amazing how many people I've seen already in cars, vans, pedestrians. Give me a thumbs up in the car. You know, how many cars do you get that with? An event driving this car. And I don't buy cars to be seen and people to comment on. I buy them for myself to enjoy. But it's nice to know that other people enjoy it as well, and it kind of adds to the ownership experience, I suppose. Perhaps the only thing that has been slightly negative in the experience for me is just a few niggles, but that comes with the territory with a car like this. You know, most of them have been very minor, and I've managed to sort a few, but it's the dampers knocking, as I'm sure you can hear, which I've got to get sorted, which is quite annoying, and this brake judder which is coming back, which is a real pain, to be honest. I'm thinking I've had the disc skimmed and it sorted it, but it's coming back at higher speeds. I'll check some things out, but the hubs, for example, but I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get a new setup at the rear, perhaps. I just remember why I love it so much. It's one of those cars, you think, oh, shall I take the Noble out? Not sure if I can be bothered. You get in it, you come on the road like this, and it just makes you grin. So sorry if I was inanely grinning throughout that, but it really does put a smile on your face. There's not that many cars that can do that for me, to be honest. It is just the feel, the engagement. You feel part of the car as you're going around twisty corners like that. So that's as far as I got with the video, I'm afraid. Obviously partially complete. There'll be quite a few more video updates coming on the Noble over the next few weeks and months, so please do watch out for those. And I'll leave you with some gratuitous driving shots.